Okay, Leo. Now, before I start, I just want to say if you are interested in having a reading with me, uh, focusing on archetypal astrology, where I tell you, what are the dominant archetypes that are looking to manifest from the collective unconscious through you in this lifetime, and how to like get the most out of that, how to use it to reach self-actualization and manifest, reach self-actualization and become the hero in your own story. So that's archetypal astrology. And if you're interested in that kind of reading with me, please check out my website, www.thetruestnorth. My email address is at thetruestnorth at gmail.com, thetruestnorth at gmail.com. My Facebook page is The Truest North, and my IG is at The Truest North. And all of that information will be down in the description below. So, Leo, for you, the Pluto South Node conjunction at 23 degrees of Capricorn is going to be happening in your sixth house now all through the month, but especially on the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. Now, the sixth house has to do with our daily routines, our daily habits, what we do for work, how we serve the world in our daily, because we all have to provide some kind of service in life, right? Or we all have a daily routine where we're doing something. Even if you're a socialite and you like shop all day, like you're providing some kind of service to the economy and to other people. You're buying their products. So daily routine, how we're using our skills to provide a service to society, how we address problems in our lives, how we manage our health. It's the inner workings of the body, the homeostasis of the body. How we take care of those that are dependent on us. So any dependents that you have, or any work that you're doing with the less fortunate, or like any pets that you have, any debts that you have. Sixth house also rules debts and what we like owe. Those are all sixth house topics. And so Pluto in the South Node in Capricorn, Leo, is asking you to purge any unhealthy, outdated structures related to any of those topics: work, daily routine, health, the service that you're providing, how you're using your skills, how you're approaching problems, any debt that you have. It is asking you to work on anything that is not built on solid foundation and purge it. It's you either voluntarily purge it, or with Pluto, it just like totally destroys it. And so, yes, any outdated structures in those areas of your life, they're going to have to be worked on and let go here. And on the 24th and the 29th, Pluto and Saturn and Capricorn station in your sixth house, where they station retrograde in your sixth house, where they will be until September and October. And so retrograde planets appear to be closer to us. And so that means that they are more prominent in our psyche, and they require more work and more focus. And so it is really about looking at what needs to be torn down and gotten rid of and purged, so that can happen over the next, throughout the next few months. And when Pluto and Saturn turn direct in September, October, you can be ready to rebuild. Okay, you can be ready to rebuild in that area. And I want to say, like, especially, make sure you're doing right with your health. Whatever routine and diet changes you need to make, Leo, make them. You're worth it. You know you are. I don't have to tell Leo that. Okay, new moon at 15 degrees of Aries is happening in your ninth house on April 5th at 4:50 a.m. Eastern Time. This is new beginnings related to all ninth house, some ninth house topic. So your belief system, your religious belief system, or your philosophical belief system, or your metaphysical belief systems, or your spiritual belief systems. Ninth house is belief systems, belief systems. What do I believe in? And also, what's your purpose in life? What are your aspirations? What gets you up out of bed in the morning, Leo? That's ninth house. What are you putting your faith in? What are you putting your faith in? What is your vision of God? What is your vision of life and the universe itself? And how do you fit into that? How are you expanding your mind? The ninth house rules higher education. It rules foreign cultures, travel. So it could be something related to, taking initiative and going on a trip, to some foreign land, or, just across the country. Yeah. And I talked about foreign cultures, maybe, becoming a foreign exchange student or something like that. Or ninth house also rules gurus. So maybe going to see a new guru, a spiritual guru. Yeah, those are all ninth house. There was something else. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. It sort of flew out of my mind just now. But yeah, what is it that you believe in, Leo? And, take action on that. And Mars, the ruler of the new moon, is transiting Gemini in your 11th house. So this could have something to do, be spurred by something to do with 11th house topics, friends, groups, organizations, networks that you belong to are likely playing into this. 11th house is hopes, goals, and wishes. It's our audience. And any money that we have like tied up in the stock market or that we get from our career, that could be, an impetus or playing, that's something that's playing into this desire to take this fresh start regarding your belief system. So it can be like, because it's in the 11th house, taking action to travel to a foreign land with a friend, or maybe since it's in Gemini, going to a foreign land with two friends, or going to two or more different foreign lands with a friend, or something like that. Whatever it is, Leo, take the action, do it. And the fire grand trine that's happening on the 14th is going to be happening in your 1st, 5th, and 9th houses. Those are the houses that correspond to fire naturally. Fire is, the life force. It's about initiative, faith, confidence, and expressing yourself authentically and just going out there and going for it, taking action, expressing who you really are, and just having faith that it will all work out. So on that day, the universe is with you. You'll be much luckier than usual. Any action that you take based on your that is truly inspired from within you, will be supported by the universe. The full moon at 29 degrees of Libra on the 19th, that's happening in your 3rd house. So Libra the second full moon in Libra is bringing to completion, is offering you the chance for completion, and it's bringing revelations regarding a need for balance, harmony, in how you communicate, how you think, your balance and harmony and equality in your relationships with your siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and those that you're in small groups with, or in your, your daily environment. Any marketing business or commerce that you're involved in, perhaps, the full moon in Libra is revealing, maybe you get a new contract, or you negotiate some new business deal, or maybe you have improved relations with Libra, with people that you are doing business with, or something like that. So or maybe due to or maybe you have improved relationships or smoother, more balanced, harmonious way of speaking and expressing yourself. That would be Libra in the third house. So it can be any form, any combination of those things. And the ruler of this full moon is Venus and Pisces in your eighth house. And so the eighth house is a very deep psychological house. It has to do with merging with other people, completely being vulnerable, being intimate, deep bonding, other people's resources, and our ability to attract and receive those things. Anything that we're psychologically, anything that we're repressing, that we're ashamed of about ourselves, any money that we have tied up with other people, sex, death, and taxes, that's very eighth house. And so this full moon, there's going to be some need to adjust the revelations of the full moon in the third house. Communication, perception of your environment, your interaction with your environment, with those eighth house topics, those deeper eighth house topics that I talked about. So maybe the ability to communicate more honestly, you have to find some way to adjust that ability to communicate in a more harmonious way, sort of adjust that so that it works with your ability to be truly vulnerable and intimate with someone else and make that connection. Or maybe, some business deal or negotiate some new business contract that you're able to achieve with this moon in Libra, this full moon in Libra contracts, makes way for you to receive money and other people's resources, eighth house. So you have to find a way to balance that. Inconjunctions are like things like are incongruent. They need adjustments to make them work. So Sun conjunct Uranus at 2 degrees of Taurus in your 10th house. That's happening on April 22nd. Sun conjunct Uranus is about unpredictability, excitement, mental stimulation, the desire to break from routine. So you're going to feel this in the 10th house of career, status, reputation. You may say, forget my reputation, forget my status, and, you may decide to do something something that strikes you out of the blue. And you don't care about your reputation, or you try something new and original at work, or you rebel against authority or like your boss on that day, because 10th houses are authority figures. So just I'm not sure how it will manifest for you, but it depends on what's going on in your chart, but definitely in that area, the energy is strong to break from routine on that day. So Leo, that is it. It's an awesome month for you with all this fire, this Aries, Leo, Sag energy. So Leo, you go out there and do what you do best. You shine.